There.
Well, Angelica is here, so we don't have.
Oh, too. We don't have to
Yeah.
call. This is perfect. She's early. Okay. The kiss of this sort sound actually even better because I can get all my notes out for the rest of the show later. Okay, let's bring her in.
All right. You want to do the intro?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a guest joining us right now. Somebody who's up and coming star, especially in like the Atlanta, Georgia area. We've been seeing her in companies over the years in like AEW, Ring of Honor, all over the place. I've been to some of the shows, Championship Wrestling, she's been a part of. We got a big show coming up center stage later this month, July 25th for 1FW. Our guest today is Angelica Risk. Angelica, thanks for joining us.
What's up, boys? Thank you for such a great introduction, and I appreciate that.
Thanks for joining us.
For sure. Absolutely.
With me.
Well, let's just start on that note. We got a big show coming up that you're going to be a part of. It's going to be the center stage debut of 1FW, a company that's been making waves in a really short amount of time, it feels like, here in Atlanta. You're going to be a part of the first ever women's championship match. It's going to be a 4-way against Isis Reed, Hyena Hera, and Robin Renegade. What are your expectations and kind of how are you feeling heading into that big show later this month?
I'm feeling real spicy about it. I know we're all gonna bring it, and especially this being summer stage, the biggest show of the summer. We're gonna make history that night, and I know we're all just gonna pull that out of each other. And I'm so ready for this fight. Like, I love one-on-one fights, and I'm so down to just fight three girls at once, honestly. So let's go. Let's get risky.
Is this your first time at center stage?
Performing, yes.
Okay.
No.
Any expectations for it? Any, I don't know, nerves, but what are your thoughts, memories of center stage and now getting to wrestle at center stage?
So I've done a lot of extra work for companies at center stage. So I've set up rings, breaking them down. I've seen people perform there. I see how the crowd can react, and just like the whole setup itself is it's awesome. So you just, wherever you sit, you see the action. So being able to perform there now, it means so much. It's a milestone in my career, as well as everyone at the One Fall Wrestling roster. Like, we hustle, and it's just kind of we're gonna put in the maximum effort for this show. That's for sure.
What can you kind of tell people about 1FW? I guess kind of like your experience with the company, and I guess I know you're saying you're going to bring it. I'm expecting big things from this show. I'm really looking forward to it. What can people? I guess to kind of tell people a bit more about the company and your experience since you've been a part of the company.
So One Fall Wrestling is full of amazing talent. It's QT's company, and so we have a bunch of fun entertainment places where you'll make memories and moments you won't ever forget. One Fall Wrestling, we're hard hitters. There's a lot of characters in that roster as well that will just go and make you laugh or make you mad and cheer. So we just have like the best talent ever, I believe, in Georgia. For sure, like the best show in Georgia.
It's a really fun show. What's kind of like the fan feedback you've gotten from the people who go to the events? Because like I was at the show, I believe it was in April, in like it was in a brewery, and it was like this really cool setting. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It was like connected to like there was like a playground and like some shops and businesses, and it was kind of like hidden down in the actual brewery, and it was a really fun, intimate setting. Like, I had a really good time at the show. The fans seemed to really be into it. What's kind of the fan experience? Because I've seen you at a lot of places. I've seen you at places like Battle Slam. What I guess is like the feedback you get from the fans when they see you perform?
They just want to see me kicking ass. They love it. But yeah, so that's Watkinsville. You're talking about Watkinsville at Southman Brewing. We do have a show there this Friday. So go ahead and come on out, have a good time, get a little brewski. It's kid friendly too, so bring your kids. It's summertime, so it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for everyone.
And however, for people who might not be familiar, you've been on ROH, you've been on AEW. What's a match or two that people should check out to get to know you better?
Okay, so the first match that comes to my mind is actually a couple of years ago, and it's with Robin Renegade, and we did a last woman standing match. This was back when we were doing shows at District. So it's an older match, but we go pretty hard, and I'm proud of that one. We beat the piss out of each other. So there's that one just sticks out in my mind. It's one of my favorite matches. Um, Another match that comes to mind off the top of my head. I actually have battled a lot of these women in this fatal 4-way. So I've been in triple threats with Hyena Hera and Isis Reed. I've been on one-on-one. I've tagged with a lot of these women. So we really know each other like really well. Let's see another match. That's what that last one standing match was a crazy one for me. We're all over that place. Let's see. I've had this recent match in November at Ladies Night Out. It was the champ versus champ. It was a title match, Ladies Night. Ladies Night Out champion for almost 3 years, and I went against Jasmine Allure, and she brought it. She won that night. She hit me with the belt. What are you gonna do? When I see her, I'll see her, and it's on like Donkey Kong. I'm just gonna jump her. I don't even care about the title anymore. I'm gonna jump her for that. Like,
Just on fight.
yeah. So, yeah, some really good matches. I've, had a lot of good memories in that ring.
I think it's Angelica's mic that is a
Oh.
little bit of feedback. Yeah, it's not your headphones. I saw you.
Is it my mic?
No,
Oh,
yeah.
Just started. So I switched my headphones because I thought it was my headphones.
am I moving too much? I might be like, I like get excited when I talk.
No, I don't know what the it just started. It just started on your last answer. It was fine up until then. I don't know if something got knocked or
Definitely.
what happened there.
See.
Oh, that kind of fixed it, I think.
I think I was just moving around.
No,
No? How about now?
no.
I feel like it got better when I touched this earbud. Yes, no? Maybe so.
No, still a little bit of feedback.
Oh, man.
We can work through it. It'll be all right.
We could work through it. Hopefully
Yeah.
it's better. Wow.
I don't want to, fully cut off the interview because of the feedback. Yeah, we can get through it. Jensen?
Okay.
I did want to ask, according to Cage Match, it says you've been wrestling for 4 years. Is that pretty accurate? Cage Matches and all these.
Yes. Yeah, I was part of Camp 2 at the Nightmare Factory. So back in 2021 is when I started training.
I wanted to ask you about your training experiences at the Nightmare Factory, and then also what it was like having to perform for AEW like so early in your career.
Yeah, that's crazy. So they give you 12 weeks for the camp, and then they're kind of like, here's your first match, go do it. So my first match was a tag match with, I was tagging with Julia Hart against Hyena Hera and Karma. And so we had that first match. And then, yeah, I would say a couple months after that, I got invited to do extra work at AEW. And it was a 3-minute match against Red Velvet. So shout out to Red Velvet. She's my girl. She's cool. So she like popped my, AEW cherry, as like call it. So yeah, it was 3 minutes, and I remember QT being like, 3-minute match, kid. Throwing you to the fire. I was like, all right, let's go. And I went up there, and it was, it was fun. Just it went by super quick, but pretty fortunate that I got that opportunity, and it just, want to keep going, maybe want to keep hustling and grinding, and you don't stop,
What was the training experience like with guys like QT Marshall and Glacier? And I'm sure you had Cody popping in there and stuff as well. I'm obviously a big Cody Rhodes guy. But yeah, you're a Factory fan.
There's no training like it. It's amazing. They all bring something different to the table. QT he just is one of the realest people in the industry, I think, and he will just give it to you straight, with fundamentals, with psychology. Glacier would always tell you like those old school stories from, back in the day, and just you could relate to the stuff that he was saying and his past experiences. So you learn from that. Cody Rhodes, he's just an amazing guy. Him giving us that opportunity to train and put his name on us is just, I can't even. It, I don't know how I landed in the position that I did, but I did, and I'm so fortunate. And it still is like mind blowing to me that I'm trained under these guys. And then shortly after, Billy Gunn joined training. I was about 2 years in at that point, so still a baby, and I learned so much from him just in like a year. So it's been really great to train from all of these guys.
And then you stuck with them, and, like, I know you've done a lot of work, like, with, like, the Nightmare Factory Women's Championship and with, like, Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling with that coming back and all that stuff, so, it's cool that you train there and that, like, you're still doing all this stuff that's, like, so intertwined, like, with that school and the people that came out of that school. It's, like, it really seems like the Nightmare family is a family when it gets down to it, so it's very cool.
For sure, yeah, I want all my teammates, to do great things, and I just want everyone to just, uh, make it whatever that means to them. I really feel like we have a good group of guys and women in that school, coming out of that school. So we all work together. We set up the ring together. We break down the ring together. We hang out after. We beat each other up. It is like a bunch of siblings that I have.
You mentioned Red Velvet and facing her in your first AEW Dark match, and then recently you faced her again in the Proving Ground match for the
Yeah.
ROH Women's World Title. So what was the difference in, from 4 years ago facing her and then being back in the ring with her 4 years later in this spot?
So it's crazy because it was actually like the exact like 4-year mark where I had my first match there with Velvet. And so when we had our match, it was like the same day, everything. So it was a full circle moment. And it lasted longer than 3 minutes. So that was awesome. She's spicy, you know what I mean? And I love that. She loves to get down, and I love that too because it just brings it out of me more. So
You've done, quite a few Proving Ground matches for Ring of Honor. Is there, like, any kind of preparation or, like, mindset change for a match like that? Because, like, obviously, it's, like, a big stage. You're going to be against the champion in that scenario, but they're also, like, gonna be within 10 minutes. So, I guess, as somebody who's kind of, like, a seasoned vet now of, like, the Proving Ground match in Ring of Honor, how do you feel about doing those matches, I guess, at the end of the day?
I'm confident. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to step my game up, more so than what I already do. Because I just, iron sharpens iron. So I'm just like, that's where "Let's Get Risky" comes from. It's just, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm gonna bring it. Let's get risky. Let's go. Like, you can hit me hard. I'm gonna hit you harder. You can hit the ropes fast. I'm gonna hit them faster. You can. I'm just gonna be. It's a good challenge for two competitors, and for people that I haven't been able to work yet. Like, I just can't wait for that because they always bring something out of you, and then you're like, oh, you just learn more and more, especially people that have been working longer than you.
And now go moving away from wrestling for a moment. What are some things you like to enjoy during your downtime?
Oh man, during my downtime, okay, I like to work out. I do like to work out, but I'm sometimes I love so I have a dog. Her name is Romy, and she is my fur baby. And she's been really, really good. She's not even barking during this interview, so she's definitely gonna get a pepperoni. Thanks
What
for
kind of dog?
free. She's a Shih Tzu.
Oh. Oh,
So
cute. Love those little dogs.
yeah, she's so sassy. I love it. But I love going on walks with her. I love watching movies. I'm actually gonna go see Jurassic World this Sunday, so I'm a big dinosaur girl. I love dinosaurs. I love Pokemon. Um, yeah. I'm kind
Favorite dinosaur, favorite Pokemon?
Okay, so like my favorite dinosaur was the long neck because of Land Before Time. Remember Littlefoot?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always thought I was like they're peaceful and they're big and they're nice. Um and then like I like raptors, but they're more like chickens, but I feel like I like the Hollywood version raptors. They're dope. You know, they're small. I'm like I can relate. They're small, but they don't play. I used to favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah.
That would Pikachu.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah, like, I love Pikachu. I feel like I can relate to him too. He's tiny, but he'll shock your world.
It's electric.
I'm electric type. Maybe mixed with some fire type too. I'm like a fire Pikachu, spicy Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you give anyone or the people listening just maybe just a random memory from Championship District Wrestling? That was a company that I enjoyed. I got to luckily, due to a friendship that I've had over the years with Jack Jameson, he was able to kind of slide me onto commentary for some of those shows, even though I have zero commentary experience. I was a fish out of water, and like I did not deserve the opportunity, but Jameson is he's been one of our dudes, and I appreciate him. So I hold CDW very near and dear to my heart. If you can maybe give somebody a memory from that company when it existed.
Yeah, well, you did so good, by the way, on commentary. I thought you killed it. So,
Well,
yeah,
thank you.
you were just, I liked it.
Well, you know what's great is the guys who Brandon and Gerard who do the full-time commentary. Those guys are incredible. So like
Yeah,
they can carry anybody. I'll give them the credit, but I appreciate the kind words. Thank you.
yeah, they're amazing as well. I love those guys.
Yeah.
A memory. Let's see. I faced Angelina Love there, and I think that was my first like big name match, and I was super green too. I was a fish out of water. I might have been like a year and a half, 2 years in at that point. So having the opportunity to face someone like her, it was awesome. It was amazing. I learned so much, and I'd love to do it again now that I'm a little bit more experienced. And that was a good memory for me. And then on the backstage, locker room stuff is always fun. It's always cool just with the homies, and you're just getting ready for your matches, and it's just a good vibe in general. So
Yes, I believe the Angelina Love match was the debut show, I think, for CDW, if I remember correctly. Um, I can't remember for sure, but I remember being there.
it was like
What
the
was
second
second show?
show. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I remember because like we've had Angelina and Fodder on here a few times, and they're good people as well. So it's always cool seeing like people that we've gotten to know a little bit behind the scenes, doing their thing out there in front of everyone, especially in like I thought the district venue was great for wrestling. I know that like
Was
they're just
cool.
not running the shows now there, but like it's really cool that it was almost like, well, that closed down. Well, most of those people are just over there doing their thing now in 1FW or over here in OVW or over here in this place or that place. So, it's
Yeah.
I even remember Hyena Hera years ago. She'd worked the door at Paddle Slam.
Yeah.
And I would go up there and like I always feel so weird because Baron Black would always be like, "Hey man, just give them your name at the door for Fightful, they'll let you in." And I always feel so weird going and being that guy, being like, "Hey, I'm Steven with Fightful. Is my name on the list?" And she was always the girl working there. And then the next thing I knew, she started having matches on those shows. And since then, she's gotten so much better. And it's like it's just really cool seeing someone go from like like training to pulling tickets to like having a real fan base. So, yeah, very cool.
The growth is amazing to see for everyone.
Yes, yes. I'm really looking forward to seeing the four-way, including both of y'all and the others. It should be a really fun show, a huge, huge accomplishment being at center stage. There's gonna be like MJF's gonna be in the house.
So many, so many, so many dudes. So MJF is gonna be there. People have the chance to meet and greet. Tony Schiavone's gonna be there. Woo! I love Tony Schiavone. Harley Cameron's gonna be there. The Gun Club. Fran House is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Fran House is gonna be there. QT Marshall's gonna be there. So is that everybody? Yeah.
Is there any
Star-studded lineup.
is there any questions or anything that we should ask the frat house? We're supposed to have the entire frat house on here next week, and
I'm to go.
I don't know what the hell to expect out of us guys, to be honest.
Just have the shots ready, or they might, they might have to do an Asian world on show. I would just say, like, they're out here, you know what I mean? They're wilding all over United States, doing these parties and after parties. So yeah, yeah.
We've been told that we were BGU technically, like we were BGU supporters years back, and Jack Jameson has claimed that we are legacies into the frat house. So I don't think we have to forego the ritual, what do you call it? The hazing rituals that the other pledges hopefully have to go through. I'm not going to claim myself a full-fledged member. I will support the group and support the dudes that are involved. But I also don't want to wind up like the guys that walk them out to the ring and get their ass kicked either. So, but, yeah. Anyways, I'm fans of those dudes. I'm looking forward to talking to them next week.
Yeah, they're wild.
We'll make sure we got shots for Frat House when we do speak to him. And okay, we appreciate. Yes, red solo cups for sure.
Oh, we appreciate them. I've got some solo cups here ready to go. Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
We appreciate you joining us here tonight. Let everybody know what you got coming up, including 1FW, and where they can find you at.
Well, thank you guys for having me. You can find me, on X on Angelica. You can find me on Instagram, One Spicy Quesadilla, or you can type in Angelica, pop up.
Is it Instagram One Spicy Quesadilla?
Yes, I'm Mexican and Italian, so I'm a spicy little quesadilla. Yeah.
Do you have that on merchandise? You should have a T-shirt that says that.
Should I like a little quesadilla on it? A little.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some chili peppers. Ooh.
We got ideas here. We got ideas here.
I like it. Styling. But yeah, this Friday, tomorrow, Watkinsville, Georgia. We also have another one call show in Cumming, Georgia. So, whichever area you're in, you can go to either show. And then we have that July 25th center stage. Make sure you get your tickets free. Get your tickets. Trust me, you're gonna want to get your tickets. They'll be at the door, but who knows how much will be less. So go ahead, get your tickets. The link is always going to be on our Facebook, on the Instagram, on Twitter. And you can just simply Google One Fall Wrestling and it'll pop up. Then you can purchase your ticket. Boom, be MJF, Tony Schiavone, all the stars, Frat House, Gun Club, and then you can come and see me win the women's title.
On we go.
Let's get ready.
Yes, thanks, Angelica. Thank you for joining. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
Whoops.
Oh, that was my fair. Yeah, I popped off and she hit it at the same time. Yeah. Oh, there you go, everybody. And a little bit risk.
Cool.
Joining us. Well, that was a
Really
little.
glad we got her on the show.
Yeah.